Voices screaming inside my head, trying to tell me that I'm better off dead. I never listen when the cold wind blows. We keep on living, but we all fall. It ain't no way that I'm going back. I'm through the door, going hard, ain't no turning back. Ready to blow. Them people tired of this vicious system, cheating, deceiving. Ain't no way that it stretch and twist and fuck them and feed them. I done seen the mountaintop, I done seen the valley low. I done pray for pain to stop with the rope around my throat. Low tap, roll, whacking the bus back. Knowledge is the antidote. They don't understand it though, so we pass the cannon, no. See the shiny sea, get the fuck up off of me. I'm the only boss of me. This shit ain't no loss to me. You should drop your drawers for me, cause for sure I'm going in. This the beginning, even knows about ends. This all fam, we ain't got no friends. This for the sinners in the middle with the wilderness, adrenaline and swimming, and they back to the wind. All fall down, but we bounce back in. Little bit of tonic and a little bit of gin. Ain't no way they can break what the God made. It's a statement I can make while not latent. Fake shit with no patience. It's amazing what the truth do to the whole nation. Voices screaming inside my head, trying to tell me that I'm better off dead. I never listen when the cold wind blows. Keep on living, but we all fall down. Yeah, 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 we all fall down. I ain't got nowhere to go, I ain't got nowhere to hide. Back against the wall again, contemplating homicide. Victory's my destiny, hoping that these stars align. This that Flipsyde prophecy, I see more than dollar signs. I was soldier, I unloaded, I promoted, and I sold it. They should notice what the code is, hitting gold is what the goal is. Ferocious, a bunch of lions, grizzlies, and some polars. Focus, don't let them make you think your life is hopeless. I keep on trying to stay positive, to keep from crying, cause they killing kids. And sometimes singing songs don't do the trick. Look, and sometimes singing songs ain't doing shit. Hey, and so we pick a weapon, make a move. Yeah, we pick an occupation, make a tool. Look, and we believe in what we do and speak. We fall down, but we don't retreat. Fuck 'em. Voices screaming inside my head, trying to tell me that I'm better off dead. I never listen when the cold wind blows. Keep on living, but we all fall down. Yeah, 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 we all fall down. Voices screaming, yeah, we all fall down. We all fall down. Voices screaming, yeah, we all fall down. Yeah, we all fall down.
That turned out so dope.
Oh, there's Piper. Hey, what's happening?
Yo, Piper.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Where did Steve go? He was here for a second and he left. Hopefully he'll be back. I'll be back soon.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
man?
his internet is a little slow.
How you doing, man?
Good to see you, man.
You too. You
Damn,
too.
that shit turned out dope.
Right.
So so this is Ed, Spooky Rockstar. He helped us with this track, right?
Yeah, it was
So-
fun. Actually, it was a beat by me and my boy Chris. It was but you guys turned that shit into something fierce as fuck. Like it brought on a whole new life when you guys came onto that shit.
So,
What's up, everybody?
Damn it.
Yeah, so Ed and Piper Ed brought this beat to Piper, right? And then when we started doing stuff with Flipsyde, you guys brought it to the table, and Dave jumped on it, and Steve did the hook, and just kind of creating a little bit more dynamics on it, and Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool to work with something, you know, that worked in itself so well already, and just to kind of building on your beat, and that was really cool. It's just
Oh
kind of
man,
great
you guys
great
brought that.
foundation.
Thank
Um,
you.
and then Javier Torres added the live drums to it, and
Man,
verses actually, yeah. So there's live drums, there's your beat, and tons of guitars and um, stuff that just really made it jump out a lot more. I think.
yeah, it was
Did you want
insane.
The story behind the beat, if I remember right, you went to see Black Panther, was it, Ed?
I did, and I was like a lot of people who saw that. I was walking out of there. I was like, fuck yeah!" And it was like, wait, are we cussing on this? Should we not cuss on
Yeah,
this?
no,
You
you
can
can't.
cuss all the fuck you want, dude. So you called it the Wakanda beat, right?
I did. I called it the Wakanda
Yeah.
beat, and Chris came in with the idea, you know, like also to just like, you know, because there was some cool ass sounds coming out of that movie. There was some cool. They used a lot of like traditional things, and then a lot of the sound engineers put it through this electronic process, this kind of drum, this that was throughout that movie, and it was dope. And you know, you could hear it a lot in one of the songs in the movie. They also used it. I think it was like Kendrick or somebody like that used the drum in that beat. And I was like, well, I'm not going to straight up use that drum, but I do want that kind of feel. And so, you know, as we started with that, and it turned into. But yeah, I want to bring it back to you guys though. Like I'm used to making a beat and feeling like, oh yeah, that's a dope beat, but it's only 50% of there, because when a vocalist or when the rest of the process comes on, it really just brings it to life to me. That completes it. Man, I sound like you complete me. No, but like just what you guys bring to it just is fucking amazing.
So I'm playing.
So Piper,
I'm playing the original. Oh no, hold on. Ah shit. I was gonna play the original beat a little bit. You guys hear? No, you guys don't hear that.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
really
we're
hear
just
the
hearing it come
bass.
through your mic. Yeah,
You can't really hear the
just coming
bass
through
in
your
the
mic.
original beat.
Piper, you heard it. Did you work on it beforehand? Did you guys like work on the jam? How did that go? When you first heard the jam, did you and Ed work on it?
I can't remember if I started writing it right then in the studio or if I took it home. Ed probably
Yeah, I don't
remembers.
remember either. I think I might have just. It might have went to you guys through Rato. I'm not sure.
I think as far as, and I open up the original sessions too, I feel like the first recordings of Ed were, I did those, but I don't know if you wrote to it before you came in the studio, or if you just had that beat and you knew, Pipe, that you wanted to write to it, and you just had an idea, and you just like, once we had the opportunity to go in the studio, you kind of knew, okay, this is what I wanted to do.
I remember hearing the beat, and that was I think the first song we recorded when we got back together. For these sessions.
Aww.
And I remember hearing the beat, and I'm like, oh shit. And then Piper, everyone was high. That was like the first thing we all agreed on was this song, if I remember correctly. We all came in and we started knocking it out. And yeah, dude, it was, you know, for me, like when I think of from my guitarist perspective, my vibe and the solo was to destroy, like it's like a chainsaw or something. It's like it's got to be like an aggression. It wasn't really about notes, but it was more like just fucking, you know, I don't know. So that like bands like Slayer have that kind of really disturbing sounding, you know, it's more like of a feel than a solo. So I wanted to make that song have that same kind of like, you know, it's something about to blow up.
Well, that's what you and I had. That's what you and I had in common. We both had metal starts. You know, we both started our love of music and metal. So, you know, and then, we hadn't met when I was in my Prince phase.
No, I loved how we were just kind of taking what you had at, and with Dave's, you know, kind of that feeling that you wanted to bring to the track, that we were able to do that with the guitars and the drums to just kind of enhance those sentiments, kind of bringing that out a little bit. I mean, just kind of from going from the second verse of Pipe into that solo is such a hit in the face. And
oh yeah.
And obviously, that when you had the beat, it was kind of verse chorus. That's kind of how you had it structure. But reacting what Piper will put on the track, just really, we were able to kind of take Piper's verse as a blueprint. And it's like, okay, here we need to have a really huge impact after his verse, and just working with that I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
you guys. That's an epic moment. People comment on that moment in the comments on the YouTube, like where it goes right at the end of Piper's delivery, and then into
where
that.
He says "fuck him."
Yeah, and then it goes into your fucking aggression that you were talking about. You guys,
it's just
it was the three of you, all of y'all, just on point with that. That's a literal chills moment. Like, and that wasn't. I just had verse, chorus, but you got that turned it into this epic fucking moment that everybody was gonna look forward to every time they hear
it. My daughter Zoe loves that song, plays it over and over and over again to this day still, and she'll say "fuck 'em," right? And I'm like, no, honey. Like, uh-oh. So Piper's teaching my daughter how to cuss. So
if I'm I'll do respect to you as a parent, but if your daughter doesn't come out as a shit talker and a cusser, I'll feel like who is she even? Who is she even? That's not the Dave's daughter I know.
For sure.
Hey Ed, man, I remember we were talking and you were saying that artists make the best art when they stay true to their influences, their top 3 influences, man. Who are your top 3 influences as a producer?
Oh shit. I gotta take these off. They're fucking fogging up.
He's getting sentimental when I, ask him.
I would say if I had to pick 3, it would be fucking Prince, Depeche Mode, and Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor.
There you go.
Has to be, So I mean, there's also John Williams in there, but if I had to pick 3, it would definitely be, Prince was one of my hugest influences with him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Prince, Trent Reznor, and Depeche Mode, because their synth work is just fucking amazing,
Yeah, whenever I need something that needs to have a little bit more an industrial vibe, and I go to Ed. It's like, Ed, hook me up.
Man, a lot of these young kids are doing that now. I'm hearing some of the latest grime stuff, and she's very, very 9-inch based. Like his fucking influence is coming out in the Zennials and the fucking Zennials and Millennials now.
I wish Steve was here right now so he could tell you his Trent Reznor story when he walked in on Jimmy Iovine and Trent Reznor having a conversation. He's all, Steve would walk in like any door, he didn't give him. He just walks in backstage, whatever, right? And he walked in and Jimmy Iovine. It was like the day we got signed. We went to LA. He's I gotta use the bathroom, right? I don't know. I think that's the way. And he took off, and he was like, "Dude, I just saw Trent Reznor and Jimmy Iovine." But he's supposed to come on at any minute. He went. His internet sucks, so he's trying to.
That's right. How could I forget something like this? But you guys were on the same fucking label. That was fucking crazy. So you're just walking in the offices with him in there and shit. That's funny.
Not me. Steve. Steve's always
man.
Steve always finds a way to get in. He's like hanging out with Eddie Bad. Like Steve will kick it. He just always finds a way to kick it. Like wherever he's at, he'll find he'll drive. One time I showed up. We went to a meeting with Empire. Remember that Piper? He showed up in a Ferrari. He's just driving a Ferrari. He's like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Steve? With his Ferrari? Yeah, that was someone's Ferrari. But anyways, yes. Yeah, man.
Well, Piper, do you want to talk about the verses? Where the inspiration came? Do you write those?
Ah, shit, man. I don't even remember, dude. You know, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't remember. I think I just resigned like a couple months before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably has something to do with that. I resigned. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm a full-time artist. And yeah, that's man, I blank out when I'm writing, man.
Well, I mean, in general, as a note, working with you when you come in the studio, I'm always impressed, and just kind of how you come in and you write on the spot, and
Yeah.
you are so hyper focused on your task that you just 45 minutes you just write it, and then you go in the booth and you spit it, and that's that. And it doesn't take you that long to record your parts, and I'm always amazed how just the focus that you have and how well your delivery is. I mean, there's barely any punching in, there's barely any fixing. It's either right or wrong, and you know if it's right or wrong, and then you live with your verses, with your parts for a while, and sometimes you come back and say, "No, I got to do that better. Let me respit it and do it a different way." But just you always know that if you did it, if it's the right thing or not. And for me, working with you, I appreciate that just kind of have a clarity of your art, and doing that. It's amazing. It's amazing to see you. It's amazing to see your work.
That's dope, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I second that. I had a little bit of experience with you in there, and it just, even when you're just mumbling, the shit sounds like fucking hooks and gold. It's fucking, yeah, you're fucking, it's dope. It's all of y'all actually, man. I mean, Dave Noodles and it shit sounds dope. Steve Noodles and it's great. Fucking, and then Rayto is just extraordinaire, man. All of y'all, just Sorry, I interrupted, but that was dope. You're also talented. I'm thank you.
I think we have a little video of Piper recording. That's actual live recording.
Dude.
But I think that's not the one. There's one that you're like, fuck! Like, when Piper, we have that in common. When we're recording, we'll mess up a part and we'll be like, fuck! So I have some videos of Piper rapping and me, We're intense when we play. We're intense. We're not fucking around. Me and Piper and Steve.
Oh, man. I mean, especially like with Pipe and Steve, if the vocal sound is not ready, for Steve, if he doesn't have a very specific effect on his vocals, it's not happening.
There's no sha-na-na-na-na.
No, there's nothing, no sha-na-na-na. It's not coming out. It's not coming out.
No sunshine feeling.
And Ed can speak to that, but as an engineer, I got to be freaking ready when those guys step in the booth, because otherwise it's like, dude, fuck this, I can't do it.
Yeah, I tried it for 2 seconds with Piper, and like, holy shit, like,
oh, dude,
you recorded fucking vocals with any other motherfucker, it's like, oh yeah, hold on 1 second. If shit ain't on point when they're up at the mic, you fucking mad. Oh man, lesson learned.
You should see me and him record, me and Piper record. God damn it, Dave. I don't know. He's like yelling at me. I'm like, look, that's it. I'm done. I can't do it. No, I'm better. I'm not gonna get mad.
No, you have about 4 bars to get your sound, dialed in, like the levels of Pipe and all that stuff, before he just starts getting mad at you. It's just like that's kind of it's 4 bars. That's all you get, because he's ready.
And that's a testament.
What's going on, man?
Yeah,
that's a testament to you, though, Rayto, because like I with this other artist we produced, and I forgot his. Oh shit, that's who was it who said that? But anyway, we were all producing, and this dude was saying, "Man, there's no wasted movement in Rayto's actions. He's like he is just a fucking machine, and there's no freaking." And I was like, "Yeah, no, he
Well,
dials it in fucking."
the fact is, if you have an artist, that's how I think. If I have an artist that's ready to record, and they have to get in that headspace, they have to get in that creative space where they can actually perform their art, and then for me to kind of interrupt that and taking away that flow, that energy by technical bullshit is not okay. So that's something that was always really important to me. Is like when I record someone, I want the technology to go away. I don't want it to be visible at all. So if a singer steps in, or if a guitar player comes, or whatever it is, I don't, I have to spend a little time getting sounds and stuff like that. But as far as just interrupting the whole creative process, that's just not okay. And I feel like a lot of engineers, producers spend too much time or to put too much weight on that. It's like, oh, I got to get the perfect sound. No. The performance is the most important thing, and we got to focus on that. And if you're good enough of an engineer, you can get a sound. Like I said, you can get a sound a level in 2 bars and be ready for the creativity to flow. And yeah, you just preparation, be ready. And be super focused. I mean, just like when I track vocals, I'm just as tired as the singer because I pay so much attention to every little detail, to the audio, the sonics, but also the performances, so I can help the artist. That I'm after a day of recording vocals, I'm wiped out.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because I have to be very present. And then Piper could talk to that too. It's like, I have to pay attention to him. So when he stops and says, "Let's go back 4 bars," and I have to be able to do that right away, because if I take too much time, then the whole flow gets broken and it's just not the same. So I'm fully aware of that.
It's funny.
I gotta say one more thing. Sorry about that. I was thinking about Rayto. Like, Piper gets mad. Rayto gets just as mad if I fuck up on the guitar. If I start playing the wrong shit, he gets hella frustrated and hella mad. I'm like, so just saying, you got to be on your shit, because if you're not on your shit, Rayto will chew you out. And that's I've been a victim of the Rayto ear beatings when I'm not playing.
Why play a wrong note? I mean, that's ridiculous.
What's the point?
Just to make you rile you up.
Man, I like writing in the studio because the energy is there. And it's like the energy is there. Whatever emotion I'm in that day is going to come through the song. And so I like writing it there and recording it there. It's like if I write this happy ass song and then I come to the studio a week later to record it and some tragedy just happened, it's like it's not going to come out like I intended it, So it's like I'm writing and I get in the booth and I'm ready to spit it. The emotion is there and everything is there. So I just I appreciate Rayto getting rid of the technology bullshit so we could just record, man. Because when it starts taking too long, and it's just, oh God, it's just heartbreaking.
It's funny, I'm that way with beats because I can pop out a beat in 2 seconds because I tried to get rid of all the technology, but I never honed that with the fucking engineering in this way that Rayto has. It's fucking crazy. You're a genius, Rayto.
No, I'm not.
Raytoven.
Yeah.
I was listening to the verse when you just played it, and it's like there is a little bit of there that I just resigned. Ain't no way that I'm going back. I'm through the dough. Going hard, ain't no turning back. Ready to blow. Them people tired of this vicious system. Cheat and deceive them in the way that they stretch and twist them. Fuck them and feed them. It's like I rapped that. We recorded that song a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's what we're seeing today. It's like these people tired of this vicious system. It's like I was on the line 8 years trying to make shit right. Trying to represent my people in there, trying to twist it and force the badge and gun to do what I wanted it to do. And man, it was just I got twice as many gray hairs as anybody that would have just gone in and just did their job,
Yeah.
It's like, fuck
Yeah.
that, man. It's like I had a whole career in 8 years as far as I'm concerned, man. And I was out. I was like this. So it's like now the whole world is on fire. And this is all everybody wants to talk about. But as far as I was concerned, I was gone.
Yeah.
You knew. That's because you knew.
Left,
you.
Yeah, as far as I was concerned, I left. That was
No,
behind me.
all of this happening right now isn't anything new to you, because that's why you. If I'm hearing you correctly, that's why you did.
Yeah, I did my work. I did my time. People say that you're supposed to love your job. It's like, not necessarily. If you're a doctor that gives abortions, you probably don't love your job. You look at it as something that like needs to be done, and like you're taking on this, stress and this, this thing, because you feel like it needs to be done, because people deserve that right. So it's not like I love the job. I love parts of it, but I'm glad I'm gone. Came back with my partners to record music and make music and be an artist, and focus more on beauty. And then there are parts, like I said in one of these other meetings that we've had, I always touch on historical. I always touch on history a little bit. It's a fly flying around. It was like I didn't pray for pain to stop with the rope around my throat. I was talking about lynching. Then low tap roll racking the bus back. That's a tactic in shooting. Knowledge is the antidote. Knowledge is the antidote to all of this bullshit. They don't understand it though. So we pass the cannon up. It's like you trying to reason with people that just don't, they consciously and intentionally don't want to understand. So it's like, what do you do with a person like that?
Reclaim your time.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's what that verse was about. Just fighting my way into that world, fighting my way out of it, fighting my way forward, and trying to get to a place where I'm just creating art. And then in the second verse, what?
You were speaking on the sparks that you saw that became the fire that's happening right now.
Well,
yeah.
I guess you could say that.
Man, that was dope.
And the second verse, Piper, the second verse.
Second verse. How does it start?
Rachel? And we all fall down. And we all fall down. Let me get it. Here we go.
I ain't got nowhere to hide. Back against the wall again, contemplating the homicide. Victory's my destiny, hoping that these stars align. This that Flipsyde prophecy, I see more than dollar signs. I was soldier, I unloaded, I promoted, and I sold it. They should notice what the code is, hitting goals. The goal is ferocious, a bunch of lions, grizzlies, and some polars. Focus, don't let them make you think your life is hopeless. I keep on trying to stay positive, to keep from crying cause they killing kids. And sometimes singing songs don't do the trick. Look, and sometimes singing songs ain't doing shit. Hey, and so we pick a weapon, make a move. Yeah, we pick an occupation, make a tool. Look, and we believe in what we do and speak. We fall down, but we don't retreat. Fuck them.
There's that epic moment again.
Talking about so much, I don't even know where to start. It's talking about a lot. I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to hide. I was in a state of mind. I was in the same state of mind that I was in when we made Spun on We the People. You know, where I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't drinking and smoking. I was just hella focused on productivity and, you know, finding that internal compass. And I think Spun is got nowhere to run, ain't got nowhere to go. To me, love is all I need, and I'll never be alone. You know, and this one was I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to hide. Back against the wall again, contemplating homicide, not suicide. You know, and contemplating homicide is just basically shifting gears where, you know, when you're in a position where your words really matter, you kind of have to think 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 times before you speak, and you're trying to, you know, always maintain peace, and you know, your life is a little harder than everyone else's, you know. And I was kind of getting tired of that shit, so I was just contemplating, just steamrolling everybody, you know, and just blasting. Victory's my destiny, hoping that these stars align. This that flip side prophecy. I see more than dollar signs. You know, it's not all about money. You know, it's not all about money. It is about money. We need money. I'm destined to have, you know, as much money as I could possibly generate. You know, I want everything. I want all the great things of the world. But it's not all about money. This is that flip side prophecy. You know, we're going out to get what we're destined to have. You know, what we were on a path to achieve the first time around. You know, I was soldier. I was a soldier. I unloaded. I promoted. Then I sold it. They should know this world the coldest. Getting gold is what the goal is for these people. You know, ferocious. A bunch of lions, grizzlies, and some polars. Focus. Don't let them make you think your life is hopeless. You know, people get forced into these little boxes and forced into these corners and forced into these jail cells because they believe their lives are hopeless. They don't even contemplate past today. You know, they're kind of forced into a state of survival, you know, through external forces, and then they adopt it as their internal philosophy. You know, I'm just in a state of survival. I'm getting as much as I can today. I'm going to make the money and blow it before I die. You know, don't let them make you think your life is hopeless. I keep on trying to stay positive to keep from crying because they're killing kids. You know, and I'm not just talking about cops killing kids or, you know, people in the community killing kids. I mean, this is the world over. You know, this is underage child trafficking. This is bombs getting dropped on, you know, villages in Yemen and in Afghanistan, man. And it's like we got to be careful in this generation with the internet and with everything at our fingertips and people funneling images and information to us. We'll be in a state of depression, just consuming what people are giving us, you know, just consuming what the news is giving us. It's like we have to stand guard at the doors of our minds and make sure that we're not just consuming negativity, because whatever you focus on, you feel, and whatever you feel becomes your state. And you make decisions based on the state that you walk around in. And a lot of people are walking around in a state of depression and in a state of loss and in a state of stress. And, you know, things are going to get worse, man. Things are going to get worse. So I'm trying to stay positive. How? Consuming positive images and stories and beauty. I'm not going to get up first thing in the morning and say, God damn, what did the police do today? Who did they kill today? And or you know, look it up and, you know, some motherfuckers, all police are the devil. It's like, motherfucker, I was a cop. I'm not the devil, you know? And, you know, and I know a couple other cats that ain't either. And as a matter of fact, the easiest thing to do is say, fuck the police. You know, the hardest thing to do is to go in there in the belly of the beast and try to maintain your own values. And it's like, I'm not gonna be reacting to what the world is shoveling me. It's like I have to create my own. I have to create my own state, man, by choosing what to consume and how much time I'm gonna devote, you know, to different things. And right now, you know, it's a battle the world over, man. I just talked to a dude in Senegal. He said they're trying to knock down colonial statues over there in Senegal, and they're like inspired by the movement over here. You know, so the youngsters in the streets, man, protesting over here are inspiring people all over the world. So
That's crazy.
I mean, we living in some beautiful times, and that's why we made that song "I Can't Breathe" to support them. You know, there are a couple things going on that, you know, I may not agree with, but those things are minor, and I'll never highlight those. You know, I support these youngsters, and I hope they, you know, we have no choice but to create a better world, man, because we can't go back to the way the world was. We can only get better or worse. Keep on trying to stay positive to keep from crying because they killing kids. And sometimes singing songs don't do the trick. Sometimes singing songs ain't doing shit. You know? It's like that's the truth. Sometimes singing songs ain't doing shit. Sometimes, you know, posting a Facebook message ain't doing shit. So we pick a weapon, make a move. You know, whatever your weapon is. Ed, you make beats. Ray told you engineer. Dave, you play guitar. Jimi Hendrix stood on that stage and played the guitar. He played the Star Spangled Banner, and that shit meant something. You know, it's like people got to get in where they fit in. Sometimes what you do is not going to matter, you know, but you just keep doing it until it does. We pick a weapon, make a move. We pick an occupation and make a tool out of that occupation. You know, that's what I've done. I'm a writer. I make a tool out of that, you know, for freedom and to improve the quality of our lives. And, you know, I went into law enforcement. I made a tool out of that. I did the best I could. I wasn't Martin Luther King up in that motherfucker. You know, I wasn't flawless up in there, you know, but I did the best I could. We pick an occupation, make a tool, and we believe in what we do and speak. We fall down, but we don't retreat. Fuck 'em. So that's the second verse.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Fuck 'em.
The weekly Piper sermon.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
I love that. That song is my favorite song. I listen to that jam because that makes me want to work out. It makes me want to do better. It makes me want to fucking. It inspires me to do shit. I put that on and I clean my yard.
Oh, okay.
What happened? Anyways.
Nothing. I said you said it inspires you to work out. I was gonna ask, but do you work out when you're inspired?
Ah!
See, sometimes
on,
singing songs do shit.
God damn you!
The song that inspires people, but then they actually take action.
I did. I just cleaned my yard. What are you talking about? Hey, I put that on when I play. I listen to. I keep that song in my head. And I'm playing in my head, and I just destroy Rachel on ping pong. I'm all, falls down, damn.
Did you get your shit set up? Did you get your ping pong set up, Rachel?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I did. And you know, he's making it sound like it's just completely one-sided, which is completely not true. I mean, wow. He had a good game last week or this week, but that's like the week before, man. You know, it's yeah. No, I mean, to what you were saying, Pod. You know, we pick an occupation and make a move. I think you said, and I totally agree with that, and I think it's good that with our abilities that we have, that we keep that in mind. It's like how we, with our skills, how do we move things forward and do good in the world, and but also I feel like myself, I have to push myself to get out of the comfort zone too, and say, okay, I do what I do, and I do as much as I can, but what else can I do that maybe is not in my wheelhouse, but can still be helpful in other ways, and just kind of pushing myself a little bit, not to come too complacent. And I mean, that's just an important one.
Hey,
just
do you guys hear static?
Yeah, I hear some crunching or some shit like that.
Yeah, I got a little bit of static on my end. I think it's because I don't have headphones in.
Okay, little update. Our buddy Steve isn't here. He's not here. He's about to have a baby, and he's busy. So there's
Congrats,
Steve.
congrats, Steve.
So any minute you were supposed to be on, but you know when you have a pregnant wife and 4 kids,
I'd say that's pretty.
So he's not here.
The kid is born on the 4th of July.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, right?
If the kid is born on the 4th of July, man.
No, she's not. What?
Is she that due yet? Is she?
No.
You never know. You never know.
Poor guy. He'll be fine. He'll get to it.
Yeah.
Here we go, Troy.
Troy Dalton.
I gotta play some ping pong when you're here.
I'll get you, Steve. Send him our love.
Shit.
I love that guy. Troy's my hero. What were you gonna say, Ed?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I hear
Okay. Well, for all three of you, I mean, all of you guys, I don't think any of you have any filler in your art. A lot of artists do, but I think it seems like every single one of your lines, Piper, every single one of your licks, Dave, or anything you do, and you, Rachel, like everything, there's no filler. It's all has a purpose, and that's, one of my idols is Max Martin, and it's kind of the same way with him, and I think that's dope. I think you can really hear it in this song. Like, there's no, like, oh yeah, that lick is good enough, or that line is good enough. Let's just use that. You guys, it's like, no, man, every little bit of it has to hit.
Back to Reto, because if it wasn't for Reto yelling, there wouldn't have been this friend. He's like, you better make sure them shits.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't think everything I do is 120%, and I think collaborations, having someone telling me, well, no, let's try again, this could be better, I think is really helpful for me when I do my work, and because sometimes it's just, you think it's good enough, but it could be better. And I think someone like Dave coming in and say, you know what, no, let's try this. This is not what I hear. I mean, I gain, my stuff gets so much better if I have someone challenging me. And that's how I learned a lot too, working producers, maybe as a mixer, for instance, having a producer that has a lot of patience and telling me, no, this is not right yet. Try this. Oh, no, this is not right yet. Try this. Kind of have that has been invaluable because it just makes me makes me better at what I do. And I love getting constructive feedback and just the push to become better. And sometimes I get mad, and sometimes I take it personal when Dave comes and says, that mix is not right yet. Or when Pipe comes and say, that doesn't slap anywhere, that sucks, what the hell did you do?
What's funny,
in the end it's for the better, and it does get better. I might think, this is a killer mix, or this beat is dope, or whatever keyboard I added is great melody, and then one of you comes and says, what happened? You destroyed it, and then I have to go back and just kind of be humble about it, and just, yeah.
It's funny. I must say, there's a certain thing. If all 4 of us are happy, you got yourself a Flipsyde song. Like, if everyone throws in their like, we're all like, everyone's pushing in their different directions, right? And then when we're like, oh, there it is. There's the sound. There's the vibe. It just kind of makes itself happen, So there's a lot of pulling Reto's hair. Sorry.
That's where it went.
It wasn't my kids. It was Flipsyde. That's
exactly.
He used to have hair like this.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right. So Steve can't make it. We love you, Steve. We miss you. And
love you, Steve.
Thanks, Ed, for coming on. Should we play the video on the way out too? We should do
Thanks
that.
for having me.
Yeah, why not, man? Ed, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you,
Yeah,
sir.
thanks for jumping in.
Ache, as my Paulo girlfriend would say.
Ashe. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see each other next week.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Later.
Take care, y'all.
Voices screaming inside my head, trying to tell me that I'm better off dead. I never listen when the cold wind blows. We keep on living, but we all fall.
It ain't no way that I'm going back. I'm through the door, going hard, ain't no turning back. Ready to blow. Them people tired of this vicious system, cheating, deceiving. Ain't no way that it stretch and twist and fuck 'em and feed 'em. I done seen the mountaintop, I done seen the valley low. I done pray for pain to stop with the rope around my throat. Low tap, roll, racking the bus back. Knowledge is the antidote. They don't understand it though, so we pass the cannon. No, see the shiny sea, get the fuck up off of me. I'm the only boss of me. This shit ain't no loss to me. You should drop your drawers for me, cause for sure I'm going in. This the beginning, even know it's about ends. This all fam, we ain't got no friends. This for the sinners in the middle with the wilderness, adrenaline and swimming, and they back to the wind. All fall down, but we bounce back in. Little bit of tonic and a little bit of gin. Ain't no way they can break what the God made. It's a statement I can make while not latent. Fake shit with no patience. It's amazing what the truth do to the whole nation.
Voices screaming inside my head, trying to tell me that I'm better off dead. I never listen when the cold wind blows. Keep on living, but we all fall down. Yeah, 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 we all fall down.
I ain't got nowhere to go, I ain't got nowhere to hide. Back against the wall again, contemplating homicide. Victory's my destiny, hoping that these stars align. This that Flipsyde prophecy, I see more than dollar signs. I was soldier, I unloaded, I promoted, and I sold it. They should notice what the code is, getting gold is what the goal is. Ferocious, a bunch of lions, grizzlies, and some polars. Focus, don't let them make you think your life is hopeless. I keep on trying to stay positive, to keep from crying cause they killing kids, and sometimes singing songs don't do the trick. Look, hey, sometimes singing songs ain't doing shit. Hey, and so we pick a weapon, make a move. Yeah, we pick an occupation, make a tool. Look, and we believe in what we do and speak. We fall down, but we don't retreat. Fuck 'em.